Hey folks, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Brennan from Bluelight, and over the past several years I've been coaching and supporting people for the police recruitment process with a lot of success. Good 3,500 people are now in the police as a result of my support. You can find out what that support looks like by clicking on the link below. It takes you to my online courses, seminars and one-to-one coaching sessions. Although if you're watching this in the summer of 2019, I'm booked up until mid-September now, so all the one-to-one coaching sessions, whether they be in person here at York or via Skype, booked up, so I'm sorry about that. You can also find a link to my Facebook support group, which has now got almost 7,000 people in it, which is just staggering actually. I can't keep up with all the posts. So anyway, welcome to York. Just finished a day of one-to-one coaching with one of my clients. And one of the things that we looked at was a really interesting question, which you could get at an assessment centre, you could get it at a final interview. And it goes like this: how as a police officer will you break down the barriers between police and the community? How as a police officer will you break down the barriers between the police and the community? Now that's presupposing that there actually are barriers between the police and the community, because I've worked in a lot of places where actually there's very little in the way of barriers. Where I live now, I would suggest that there's no barriers whatsoever. Actually, I suppose one of the barriers is I've no idea who my local police officers are, so that's a bit of a barrier, I suppose. So, if you're asked a question like that, it's about community engagement. Now, on my online course, just for those of you my clients, can I please ask you to go and look at interview preparation 1 to 4. In interview preparation 1 to 4, I go into a great deal of detail about the code of ethics and why we've got code of ethics and what its meaning is in terms of things like organisational justice, procedural justice, and the importance of integrity in code of ethics. The reason why I chose integrity, because I don't know if it's still the case, but back then, about 2 years ago, the College of Policing had a whole page dedicated to integrity and its meaning and its importance. So out of all the values in the Code of Ethics, the only one that they dedicated a whole page to was integrity. And it's something I felt very strongly about as well, because I've stood up and done the right thing in the past in difficult or challenging circumstances, even when I didn't have to do so. So there you go, there's a definition of integrity. And I'm sorry, Greater Manchester Police, the force I was in at the time, you were in absolute shambles at dealing with it, you really were. An absolute train wreck. You just wanted to brush it under the carpet and hope it went away. That is not the way to do things. And actually it's not the way things are done anymore. That was back then when people, all officers, most officers just really did distrust the Y department. It was the equivalent of professional standards. And I think actually officers have still got a bit of a healthy distrust of the, is it IOPCC? Anyway, the Independent Police Complaints Law. I certainly developed a healthy distrust of them because I just don't think they're very good. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. So we look at integrity and its importance, and then we move on to look at the links between the Code of Ethics, integrity, procedural justice, organisational justice, and its impact on legitimacy. So we look at what the meaning of illegitimacy is in a policing context, and we take it from there to community engagement. So I don't provide you with model answers or anything like that. That would be unethical to do so. But what I do is I give you the benefit of all my learning as a neighbourhood inspector who's led the way on the more asset-based approaches to solving problems. I was on the International Advisory Board for 3 years of a European project looking to improve the relationship between citizens and the police right across Europe. I've spoken at conferences on this subject, and I currently work with police forces, currently working with Gloucestershire Constabulary and West Yorkshire Police in some particularly challenging and difficult areas to help improve their community engagement. So I'd take a punt on me knowing what I'm talking about in respect of community engagement. So interesting question, folks. Behind here, there's a lot that I'm going to go into. So for my clients, there you go, there's two flip charts there, which I'm going to go into. There's a funny little ladder thing. Anyway, I'm going to go into those for those of you who are my clients. So if you're one of my clients, you'll have watched this first, and then you'll be going on to the next video where I go into the absolute detail. Where, again, I stress this, I don't provide a model answer, but I'm going to provide you with a load of homework and a load of stuff that you can do so that when it comes to your interview, you've got some really good lived experience that you can talk about in terms of community engagement. So I hope you found this useful, folks. Until next time, I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.